All right, listen up. If you have been following this series, you know I don't hold back when it comes to the truth, especially my own truth. And this time, it's not going to be different either. After my teenage years, my early 20s were a mess, a communicational disaster. I couldn't hold eye contact, let alone have a proper conversation, and especially with women. I had no clue how to approach them, talk to them, or even exist around them without feeling awkward. And the proof? Well, I was a virgin until 21. When finally it happened, it wasn't some great romantic story. It was a one night stand after a party. But you know what? That didn't fix anything. Because the problem wasn't just the lack of experience, it was the shame. The belief that everyone around me had this normal functioning adult life and I was just there falling behind. And my first real relationship came when I was 23. It lasted 2 painful years and we fought constantly. Not because we didn't care, but because I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to express what I wanted, how I felt, or what I need from the relationship. And when you can do that, things break down. And so I learned, or at least I thought I did. My second relationship lasted 3.5 years. And this time I avoided arguments at all costs. Actually, we avoided arguments. And I thought that was the solution. Just don't fight. But guess what? That's just another form of self-sabotage. If you don't address problems, they don't just disappear. They sit there growing like a virus until one day you realize you don't feel anything anymore. We got bored of each other. We just watched Netflix. And not because we didn't care, but because we had avoided the real conversations. And when you reach that point, the only thing left to do is walk away. Here's the thing. I saw this pattern everywhere in my life. Not just in relationships, but in career, in bodybuilding, in anything that got hard. When I hit resistance, I just quit. With a few exceptions. But after my competition, I quit bodybuilding for almost 4 years. And why? Because I didn't want to face what came after the high of the competition. The work, the discipline, the slow, boring, painful progress. And I got lost. So I lost motivation. And how did I start changing? That's the question. First, I stopped consuming garbage content. No more pointless, useless content. I cut out of gaming. I played World of Warcraft 6 years, thousands of hours when I was a teenager. Now I don't even miss gaming. I don't even watch gaming content. It's not part of my life anymore. And same with TV series. I used to binge watch, and now I barely watch 1 or 2 episodes per month. I started waking up at the same time every morning, hitting the gym at the same time, working towards something real every single day, including weekends. And don't get me wrong, I have social life. That's one of the most important part of a human life. We need friends and chill sometimes, but not partying until 6 in the morning. I stopped making excuses and I started taking control of my own life. And now look at me, look at this guy who had a massive stage fear a few years ago and now talking confidently to a camera. A guy who couldn't hold a proper conversation has real friends, real social life, and the mindset that keeps evolving. And it wasn't magic. It wasn't a quick fix. It was years of self-reflection and constant work. And at one point, I fell into the red pill rabbit hole content too. And sure, some of it had useful points. But here is the problem. Self-development isn't about blaming others. It's about owning your shit and doing something about it. I will talk about it later in another video more detail. And now, at the end of January, I made a promise. I would post 8 videos in February. And this is the fourth one. From now on, I am posting every second day until next Friday. I have planned everything in the last 2 weeks, and I have been working on them almost every single day. It was way more work than I thought, and now the hard part is coming. And I'm really excited. I hope you are too. Because it's gonna be crazy in the past few days. So the Saturday's video is a surprise for hitting the 10k subs. Now I have about 9,900, and probably by the time this video is out, we already passed that. And I'm really grateful for every single one of you. So Monday video is going to be a challenge. Hopefully a collab with a gym bro. But if he doesn't have time this weekend, then I will do it alone and challenge myself basically. Wednesday, I dropped the Hardtalk episode number 12, and this is going to be a warm-up for the final video. That's going to be a pure opinion piece. If you've been watching me for a while, you already know this channel isn't about views. The algorithm doesn't even push my content. This is for people who are on the same path in self-development like me. People who are willing to face the hard truths and actually do something about them. So posting a video every second day and not getting enough views, well, then what? So yeah, that's it for today. If you are here, if you are still watching, you are one of those people. And I really respect that. Let's keep pushing forward, no excuses, no quitting, and see you in the next one.